Okay, so JV volleyball. This is the new 6-3 rotation I was talking about. Um, it's basically got the um, setters and hitters kind of spread out, and the way you can kind of follow this lineup is if this is where we're serving, then this is how we'll be playing defense. This is how we'll be doing serve receive. This is how we'll be doing attack. Okay, so just kind of follow it through as you go for each rotation. One thing that's kind of tricky is that the sheet that I use kind of flips the 10-foot line, so you're just going to have to, in your mind, invert the court. So, see right now I've got the 10-foot line here, and the net for this first court is right there. Whereas on this one, I have the 10-foot line there, and the net is right here. Okay, so that's one thing that we kind of need to pay attention to. Hopefully it won't hurt your heads too much, but let's just follow it through. Okay, right now on this side, as we're about to serve, here we've got Jade that's serving. Defense, we've got Linnea and Brooke in the back row. And by the way, Lauren Baum, you might be coming in for anybody front row, back row. So just you could try to learn every position as much as you can. Although you probably won't be coming in for the setters when they're in these two rotations back here. You might come in for the setters in these any of these three positions. So be ready because you would be a hitter to be hitting either right side, middle, or left side. All right, so here we go. So Jade's serving. I've got this is what you guys would look like on your home bases. Jade would come in, and she'd go to her home base right there. Over here and this one, this is what our defense would look like. So if they're hitting the ball at us, right? So they're hitting the ball coming at us, then this is what you guys would look like at your home base defense. So you'll notice we've got Katie in the middle, Jordan's on the right side, and we've got McKenna on the left. Now, when we're in serve receive, we'll drop Jordan back to help pass back here. We've got Jade here. I wanted to highlight this line right here to make sure you understand that this is Linnea in the back row, and so she's got to stay in between Brooke and Jade. Okay, so that's a little tight there, so you'll really have to watch your rotation there. Katie's ready to hit middle, and McKenna is ready to hit the left side. And if we have some passing trouble, we could squeeze somebody back, and McKenna could come back and help pass, something like that if we needed to. All right, so I'll kind of get that out of the way so it's not confusing you. Over here, we've got our hitting. This is what the hitting should look like. Now, everybody should be thinking about hitting every time. So over here, we've got McKenna hitting to the outside. We've got Brooke ready to hit the back row, Jade ready to hit in the back row, Katie's ready to hit here, and Jordan is ready to hit here. So that's a pretty basic, straight up offense. Now, who's our setter in this case? Obviously, the one number you don't see out here on the attack is Linnea. So Linnea, again, if you are in the right back or the middle back position, then you're a setter. So you're right now, you're our setter here, okay? And so you'll just drop in and start setting the ball. Katie will pull off the net and come back ready to hit. And of course, you'll have Jordan on the backside to set to if you want. All right, so let's look at the next rotation here. We have number one. This is Jordan serving. And we will probably start, my guess would be that we might start in this rotation here. If we were serving, Jordan might start right here. We also might do that with you, Linnea. You might start out in the serving position too, but this is just one way to look at it here. So these are our spots. On our serve or at the net, we might be doing some switching here. You'll notice that on defense, I've got Christina, okay, is going to be switching over, and she's, of course, going to be playing middle. Katie, in this case, is going to play right side, and McKenna is going to play left side. Katie, I want to have you as a big block out here as these guys are hitting. I want to see you out there with Christina to put up a nice big block. Okay, that's going to be a sweet block with some awesome defense back here in the back row. You guys are going to be doing awesome with that. Okay, so this is what our serve receive would look like. Jordan is pushing up Katie. Katie, this is the opportunity where you're going to be hitting on the right side, and so I want you to be running that, kind of quick back one that, or back Well, you could run a back one too if you wanted to come in this way, or that back kind of shoot that Linnea set you at that Valley game. Christina, this is where when you are on serve receive, you'll come off to the 10-foot line and then come in and hit, okay? But you're hitting middle, so you're hitting middle here, but you'll have to come off the net first and then come in and hit that middle. McKenna's on the outside, and of course, like I just said, Katie was on the side. Again, Jade, you're ready to hit, and Linnea, you're ready to hit from the back row. Everybody's always ready to hit, and they're calling it, so our setters know where to go. Okay, now as we come to this next rotation, we've got our server in this case is Katie, and so Christina, it's a little easier on you now. You're just in the middle, and you're staying in the middle for this one. Jordan is pushing you up as a setter, so you'll notice she's set in this position when she was right back, and now middle back she's also setting. Our passers are Jade and Katie and McKenna, okay, and you'll notice that McKenna is staying on the right side to hit on the right side this time. Okay, so Linnea, this is where you get to hit outside, and that's why I really want to see you hitting out here. I want to see you develop a strong outside hit with a big approach. McKenna, this is where you're going to be hitting on the weak side. Now, we may end up having to switch you two up. Linnea, I know you can hit right side. McKenna, I know you can hit outside. But I really want to see Linnea start to work on a big hit out there. So that's one of the reasons I'm doing this. Christine, you're hitting in the middle. And, of course, Katie, you're ready in the middle back. And Jade, you're ready in the left back. As we go on, McKenna is now serving and setting. Then we will see that Christina, you're going to be doing a little switch here, right? You and Linnea are going to do a little switch. Now, Linnea, I'm totally cool with you doing a little bit of middle stuff every once in a while here too. But Christina, you're going to be our middle on defense. Okay, we've got a good defensive line back here. We've got Jordan and McKenna playing defense, two of our best defensive players, and Katie, another one of our best defensive players. We are going to see, I think, this rotation be very strong as long as we have some strong hitting from Linnea and Christina and Jade. This could be one of our strongest rotations. We've got the push up on the serve receive. You'll notice McKenna is pushing up Christina, and Christina, this is the one that's going to be a little bit different for you. Linnea, you're here, okay? So you're going to go ahead, and there's two things we can do. We can either have you immediately run a fly back here, okay, that little slide serve, or you could run a one and then switch, okay? Now, if you're running the fly, then Christina, let me show you kind of what that looks like. Christina, you would pull back, yeah, let's try this again. So if you're running a fly, Linnea, then it's going to be a little tricky. You've got to post out here really quickly, and Christina, you've got to kind of zip back here after McKenna goes through. So the sequence kind of goes like this. Let me kind of show you what that sequence looks like. The first person to release would be McKenna. She's going to release to the net as soon as that ball is touched. Then Christina, you're popping out to this 10-foot line while Linnea is popping around her, okay? Now, Christina would then come in and hit a one or a back one. Linnea would come around to the backside to hit the fly. Now, again, that's pretty complicated. It's a lot of stuff going on. So what it probably is going to be the best at this point is Linnea runs the one first, and Christina, you could come straight back, and then you could run the back one, or you could hit this backside here, and then you guys could switch. Because after you switch, Linnea is over here hitting backside, Christina, you're back in hitting middle, and then, of course, Jade is on the outside. And, of course, we've got Jordan hitting here and Katie hitting here. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm erasing everything. Not what I wanted to do. Just want to erase the red marks. All right. So now let's go on to our next one. We've got Brooke coming in to serve for Christina. And then on our switches here in the front, basically, Jade, this is where you're going to actually play middle. Okay, this is one rotation where you're going to be playing middle. So we can switch that up and have Linnea play middle, but this is the one rotation where I feel we might be the least comfortable. Linnea is not going to be comfortable playing middle yet, and neither are you, Jade, but I think you guys can both adapt and start learning to play that. Jordan is actually probably pretty comfortable playing middle, but we're going to try and keep her over on the outside. Okay, so Linnea, you'll come over and you'll hit right side. Jade, you'll be running middle and playing middle. Jordan, you're playing left side, and of course, Katie's running from the back row, and so is Brooke, ready to hit back there. Christina, if you're in the play, you'd be doing the same. All right, so now we're back to Linnea serving, and so again, this could be a rotation where we're actually having Linnea serve, and we have a little switching that's taking place here. You'll notice that 1 and 9 are going to be switching, so Jordan, you're going to be swapping out with Katie here, obviously. And we're also going to be swapping out with Jade. Okay, so after we serve, we're going to do a lot of running around. Jade's going to be moving over there. Jordan's going to be moving there. Katie's going to be moving there. Okay, so our hitting is going to look like this. We've got Jordan hitting on the left, Jordan hitting on the right, Jade hitting on the left, and Katie hitting in the middle. Out of the back row, we've got McKenna ready to hit, and we've got Brooke ready to hit. And of course, our serve receive. Let's go back through and talk about our serve receive real quick on this one and the one previous. Here we've got Linnea pushing up, and so we've got Brooke and McKenna and Jordan passing. Again, a great passing lineup here. We're going to have Katie, you're going to be squeezed over to the left here, and then you'll come and you'll do your approach and run your one like that. On this one up here, just to step back a little bit, we've got Brooke and Katie and Jordan going to be a good serve receive, but we want to make sure, Katie, that you are on the left of McKenna. Okay, McKenna, you need to make sure that you're between 9 and 16 here, between Katie and Brooke. Okay, Linnea, you're ready to come in and hit, and I could always pull you back to help pass if we are struggling on our passing. And here, Jade, this is the one that's kind of funny for you. You're hitting middle, and so you're going to come straight back there, and then you're going to go straight back in to hit in the middle. Okay. All right. So that pretty much covers that. Well, let's talk about this one time. Yeah, I think we're pretty basic here. We've got Katie and Jordan and Jade passing here. We aren't doing anything too crazy there. Our hitters are Jade and Christina and Linnea. I think we're all good. Okay, I think that kind of covers all the important stuff. Study this. I'm going to give you guys these sheets tomorrow so you can study them as well and so you know what's going on. And hopefully this will help you to learn the rotation, at least in your head a little bit before we play it. So I'd advise you to go through this a few times, make sure you understand what's going on. All right, guys, thanks a bunch, and hope this helps. Good night.